Hi.
Yay.
Good.
How are you?
How are you?
You look fantastic. Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
I've been waiting to talk to you. Congratulations on everything you accomplished this season of Drag Race.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm going to read a sponsor liner and then I'm going to bring you on, okay?
Perfect.
This interview is sponsored by Health, a shining star in the health movement across Canada. The I Am Health is a national movement aimed at empowering everyone to take the next steps towards HIV testing, particularly our vulnerable and underserved communities. They're making it super easy as well by offering free HIV self-test kits through their website. The goal, to crank up awareness and encourage everyone to get tested. Testing is the only way to truly know your HIV status, and knowing your status opens a door to a world of support, care, and treatment, all accessible through their website. Let's also give a shout out to the incredible support behind this initiative from the MAP Center of Urban Health Solutions at St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto. So everyone, make your way to Health. It is time to champion health and wellness for all and create a brighter, healthier future together. And now, without further ado, I am joined by Denim, standout of the season, one of them anyway.
Hi.
Hello. So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too.
What a journey you've been on, and how much you've shared with all of us about your story, your growth as a trans person, your whole journey as a trans person. And I wonder how it feels for you looking back on it now after all is said and done.
It feels amazing. I think I have had a lot of barriers in my transition and being able to access care and just overall support in my transition. And it's so nice to be able to share that on such a big platform and represent my community and hopefully help other people break down those barriers and feel more comfortable expressing their stories too.
I know that Drag Race, the entire franchise, has had trans contestants before, but I will say to you, I feel like you are one of the ones who made the most impact. And I'm not quite sure what exactly you did differently, but I felt you more than I felt other contestants in your position. And I wonder if you would talk about some of the barriers one more time that you had, especially to care in your transition, because I think it's important people seeing this have an understanding of what people go through.
Thank you. I grew up in really small rural areas. I'm from Prince Edward Island and I lived in Grand Prairie, Alberta. And those are not easy places to access trans healthcare. Um, when I was coming to terms with my identity, I was living in Grand Prairie and I was the only trans person that I knew. I had never met anyone. And honestly, I didn't even have queer friends. And I really felt like I was going through that experience alone. And I think I've just always wanted to be very vocal about my experiences because I don't want people to feel that way. I felt like I had no one to look up to or relate to. And I know that's like a very cliche thing to say, but it's true. And that representation really matters. And I think I faced so much adversity, like in just trying to be myself and be in the body that makes me feel comfortable, like walking through this world. And I don't think trans people should have to struggle that hard to be able to access the things that they need to be happy and to survive. Um, yeah, it's just really amazing to have this platform and be able to talk about that.
Are you happy now?
I'm very happy. I think I've gotten to a place in my transition where I mean, there's still a million things that I would change if I could, and I'm working towards those things. But I've gotten to a place where I'm surrounded by so much love and support. I am in a T for team marriage with my trans husband. That's been really special to have someone who like fully gets it, and we have this like shared experience that it's just like unspoken and understood. And I think there's like nothing like that. It's so special.
Beautiful.
Hmm.
Mm. You know who else is beautiful is your mother. See
Yes.
her on the show this past week, and her passion and fire for you was really moving.
Yeah, I think my mom has really like fought for me my entire life. Like when I was trying to access hormones in my transition, I was in PEI at the time, and the closest doctor that I could get to was in Fredericton, which is like a 6 hour drive or so.
Mhm.
And I had a very traumatic experience, and my mom literally hopped on a plane, came to every appointment with me. She flew me across the country to be able to access the care that I needed, and is ultimately the reason that I survived, because I was in a place where I really didn't know if I could keep living that way. Um, and yeah, I think my mom has just always showed up for me, and to give her her moment where she got to shine and bring her into this world. And I don't know, I know the amazing power that drag gives us all, and giving that gift to someone else who's like never experienced that before,
Mhm.
especially our family members and our loved ones who mean so much to us, is just like uncomparable, honestly.
Tell her I love her.
I will.
I want to switch gears. I saw a tweet from you weeks ago, and I didn't realize this, but of course I should have realized this. Look, I've been crying. Um, you have been pointed out for the sound of your voice
Yes.
when you put your foot down in this tweet, and I wonder if you'd like to use a bit of time now to talk about the hassle that you've been given over it and what you have to say about it.
Yeah, for sure. I actually thought I was going to get a lot more questions about this, but I think you're the first person.
Oh,
Um,
there you go. You've come to
I
the right
think
place.
I think it's a very touchy subject, as like obviously you're on TV for the whole world to critique you and see you, and like it's fair game to critique someone's drag when you're like putting yourself in a drag competition. But I think coming for people's bodies, coming for things that people can't change about themselves, is just like such a new level of low that's just like,
Yeah.
why can't we uplift each other? And like, how many cis gay men have been on the show that have the same voice as me, but maybe my voice is like one octave higher, and because of that you're uncomfortable with it. And I don't know, it's just like it's telling. And I think
What were people saying though? Like, what can you say about someone's voice?
I
Were they
people
saying
just
it was
find,
annoying
yeah, they think my voice is like annoying and
or
grating,
put
and
on?
they think it's fake. Yeah, when it's like,
Okay.
this is the voice that I've had my entire life. Like if I could change it, like I mean, I probably wouldn't, but
No, don't change that. That's what makes
but
you so unique.
yeah, I think it's just like weird because especially as like a trans autistic person, like it's something that I really focus on a lot of the time. Like in social interactions, I'm very focused on my voice and how I'm being perceived and sound. And then also just like as a level of like passing as a trans man. And I've always had to use my voice as like a protective mechanism. And I think actually sounding more on like the gay spectrum
Yeah.
has helped me pass in a lot of ways. And it's like that has helped keep me safe in a lot of situations. So to be like put on blast for that is like, I don't know, not the best
Ridiculous.
feeling.
No, no, and it wouldn't be. No, and I'm sorry that happened to you. But you're handling it really beautifully. No one on the show, competitor wise, knew or knows their brand as well as you know your brand. And I wonder if there's a correlation between the fact that, you're a trans person, you've had this incredible journey to become your authentic self, so you know who you are. Did that translate into knowing who you are as a queen?
I think for sure. I think I've always had a very like strong self-awareness and a strong sense of like style and who I am and what my brand is. And I don't know, I have like a very specific vision of like what I want my drag to look like. And honestly, that's like one of
Lots
my
of,
favorite things about drag. I
tell me more.
don't know, I just love being able to like create a universe and
Mhm.
for people to like live in that universe and like I don't know. I think
I, I
definitely.
I
Oh,
always
sorry.
thought of you like, do you remember the Smurfs? Are you old enough to remember Smurfs?
Yes,
They had their own all little universe, their own little world, their own little village. Well, I
yes.
just pictured you as a character in your own little world, in your own little village, with all people like you wandering around in your crocheted outfits and your quilted this and quilted
Cute.
that.
I
Yeah,
love that visual.
well, it speaks to the strength of your look that
I
people can
think
take it somewhere.
yeah, thank you. I think I've always tried to kind of like apply my lived experiences into my drag too. Like it's just infused in like with different aspects of my personality, and different things that inspire me. Um, yeah, I think it's just like a big mashup of the denim blender.
The denim blender. Were you getting any negative feedback about being trans and being a queen? Because it's a stale argument now, but it's still one that I hear people making that they think trans people have an advantage somehow. Where did you get any weirdness on that issue? You
Definitely.
did.
Think I think that's like that comes with the territory. I knew coming into it that I would get comments like that. And I mean, I just have to take them with a grain of salt. I know that like the impact of my message is way more important than that. And hopefully, seeing more trans people on the show is going to expand people's perspectives and help them become more accepting. Um, yeah, I think even with like Gottmik having been the first trans man
mhm.
on the franchise, like I think that was that answered a lot of people's questions. So I think I have there is some context to why a trans man would be doing drag because Gottmik had talked about that on her season. So I've gotten like less of that than maybe I would have. So it's nice to like have that representation already there.
What do you want everyone to know about you?
Hmm. That's a good question. I'm trying to think.
Okay, take your
Like
time.
like silly or like a serious answer.
Whatever, how it's your answer to give.
um, I don't know. I'm just here to have fun and vibe and like not take things too seriously. I like used to put like a lot of pressure on myself and I think I've like gotten to a place where I'm just like, I'm just here to be a vibe and be a trans icon. And yeah.
I think mission accomplished on both those factors with Canada's Drag Race. I've asked this of a lot of the queens that I've talked to. Who were you as a queen coming into Drag Race, and now that it's coming to completion, who are you now?
I think I'm the same person, but I think that experience is unlike any other. And being put in such a like unique experience. I've learned so much from my sisters going through the competition. I've learned so much about myself and my drag and my aspirations. And I think I've like shown myself and surprised myself of like what I'm capable of. There's a lot of things that I like look back on that I don't know, I would do differently in the future.
Like
And
what?
I
Give me
think
one.
I think there's like some things that I like definitely held back on, like specifically in like improv challenges or comedy. Like I have a very like dry sense of humor, and sometimes I could be like insecure about that, and I didn't really
Mm.
like fully let myself go in moments, and I wish that I had have. Um and that's something that I really want to like focus on in my drag moving forward.
You've been a real treat to watch and to learn from, and I can't wait to see more of you. I wish you lots of joy going forward, and all the best to you, Denim. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was such a sweet interview.
I'm glad you liked.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Have a great day.